Good morning, students. Welcome to Mathematics 8, Quarter 4, Week 1 and 2. By the way, my name is Viola Roland Jr., your subject teacher in mathematics. So before we start with our lesson this morning, let's have first our objectives. Our objectives are A. Illustrate theorems on triangle inequalities, triangle inequality theorem, exterior angle inequality theorem, hinge theorem, and letter B applies theorems on triangle inequalities. Triangles and inequalities. Triangles are one of the most common geometrical shapes found around us. They consist of three sides containing three angles within. So let's explore some geometrical theorems related to inequalities in triangles. Triangle inequality theorem. According to triangle inequality theorem, for any given triangle, the sum of two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. A polygon bounded by three line segments is known as the triangle. It is the smallest possible polygon. A triangle has three sides, three vertices, and three interior angles. The types of triangles are based on its angle measure and length of the sides. The inequality theorem is applicable for all types triangles such as equilateral, isosceles, and scalene triangle. Now let us learn this theorem in detail with its proofs. Types of triangles. Scalene triangle. A scalene triangle has all side lengths of different measure. No side will be equal in length to any of the other sides in such a triangle. In a scalene triangle, all the interior angles are also different. The figure given below illustrates a scalene triangle. You can see how none of the sides is equal in length. Next is an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the length of two sides of the three sides are equal, so the angles opposite the equal sides are equal to each other. In other words, an isosceles triangle has two equal sides and two equal angles. The figure given below illustrates an isosceles triangle. And the last one is the equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, all the lengths of the sides are equal. In such a case, each of an interior angles will have a measure of 60 degrees. Since the angle of an equilateral triangle are the same, it is also known as an equiangular triangle. The figure given below illustrates an equilateral triangle. Take note that the total angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Triangle inequality theorem proof. The triangle inequality theorem describes the relationship between the three sides of a triangle. According to this theorem, for any triangle, the sum of lengths of two sides is always greater than the third side. In other words, this theorem specifies that shortest distance between two distinct points is always a straight line. Consider triangle ABC as shown below. Within A, B, and C as the side lengths. The triangle inequality theorem states that side A is greater than, is less than rather, B plus C. Side B is less than A plus C, and side C is less than A plus B. Exterior angle inequality theorem. The exterior angle inequality theorem states that the measure of any exterior angle of a triangle is greater than both non-adjacent interior angles. This rule is satisfied by all the six internal angles of a triangle. So in the figure given, we can see that angle ACD is an external angle. So the measure of angle ACD is greater than the measure of angle CAD, and the measure of angle ACD is greater than the measure of angle CBA. Hinge theorem. If two sides of a triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, and the included angle of the first is larger than the included angle of the second, then the third side of the first triangle is longer than the third side of the second triangle. Therefore, line segment X is greater than line segment Y. Converse of the hinge theorem. Converse of the hinge theorem. If the two sides of a triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, and the third side of the first triangle is greater than the third side of the second triangle, then the included angle of the first triangle is larger than the included angle of the second. Therefore, angle A is greater than angle B. And that's our lessons for today. Thank you for listening and God bless.